Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources and especially to the series about computers, computer programming, AI and ML. Let us begin by understanding what is an operating system. So an operating system is the most important software on a computer, and in order to understand that, let us try to use an analogy. So think of a school and you are the student of the school. Then all the apps or applications that you have, like for games, for browsers, for drawing programs and for photos and so on and so forth, are imagined to be teachers. Then the operating system is like the principal of the school who organizes everything. And then what would be hardware? Like keyboard, mouse, screen, your CPU, central processing unit, memory. All that hardware is going to be the school building and equipment. So the operating system will do like what a principal does in a school. He may not teach every class, but the principal makes sure that everyone is in the right place, the classrooms are available, rules are followed, problems are handled, and so on. So the operating system makes sure every program gets the resources it needs. So if I have to make a list of what it does, maybe few things. First of all, it runs the programs. So it starts and stops the applications like your browser or your games. Second function is it manages the CPU. That means it decides which program gets to use the processor and for how long. Then the third function is it manages the memory. You may have heard about RAM, random access memory. So the operating system gives each program the memory it needs and keeps programs from interfering with each other. So kind of the way we say, human beings say, I want my space, I need my space. So similarly, every program needs its memory allocated. So that is given by the operating system. Then fourth function is it manages the files. So it organizes your documents, photos, videos, folders, etc. Fifth function is it controls hardware. So it communicates with the keyboard, mouse, printer or speakers and other devices in order to do that. And the sixth function is it provides a user interface. It gives you windows or icons or menus or command line so that you can interact with the computer. So where you get to type. Now of course in the next episode we'll talk about two different kinds of operating systems, Windows based and Linux based. So they are going to have some different ways or different kinds of interfaces, but basically an operating system provides a user interface. Now let us try to use another analogy, an analogy of a restaurant. So imagine that you are at a restaurant, right? Then that means you are the customer. So what are apps? Apps are the waiters which are taking your orders. Hardware is the kitchen equipment that is there to cook. And then what is the operating system? The operating system is the kitchen manager. So for example, when you order food, the waiter takes your order, right? So here the app is going to take your order. So basically, of course, here it's not the order of your food. When it comes to computer, it's the order of the task. Now once you give that order, the kitchen manager decides which cook and which equipment is going to be assigned to it. So it is going to assign a cook and it will assign the equipment that this person has to use this equipment and cook the food. Similarly here, the operating system is going to do this assigning. Then the third part is basically preparation of the meal using the kitchen equipment, which is the hardware. So you need to take into account the hardware that is going to be used. And lastly, the waiter is going to bring it back to you. So the app will display it to you. Now, you don't have to go and press the buttons of the ovens, right? Or any other kitchen equipment. The kitchen manager handles that. So you basically give the order and the internal work is done and your order is processed. Same thing happens in case of computers. You give the task, internal process occurs and your task is done, and basically how it is done is managed by the kitchen manager or the operating system. So if I have to sum it up, an operating system is the software that manages a computer's hardware, runs applications, and provides the interface that lets you use the computer. Without an operating system, the computer wouldn't know how to coordinate all its parts or run your program. So the most essential part. So I hope by now you've understood what are operating systems. We will see their types in later episodes. Thank you.